Most everything that I say is totally alleged, so please don't take it as fact. How you all doing? Happy Friday to you. A lot has happened since I posted my video yesterday afternoon, so I wanted to go over everything with you guys and just talk about it a little bit. I have a lot I want to share, so let's just dive right into it. Have you guys been having a good day? Been a little bit sad about the news that came out yesterday. I posted the video, and I would say about an hour after I did so, I was sitting at my desk in the living room where I work, and I was peeking over my computer at the TV. I had BBC News live stream on, and I saw all of a sudden the flag at Buckingham Palace went to half-mast, and they posted the notice on the gates, and I thought, oh no. So I got up, I turned on the volume, and I heard what happened, and I thought, oh, this is terrible news. I was shocked. What can you say besides shocked? My grandmother, it reminded me of her death. She was, in her 90s when she passed away. She had gotten dementia about a year before, and it was a rapid downhill slide. We were not thinking that she was going to. What I'm trying to say is, it's hard to put into words. You're not totally shocked when a person that age dies, but you're still shocked. I don't really know how to explain it. Like I felt when my grandmother passed away. I knew it was coming, but I wasn't ready for it. I guess that's the proper way to say it, guys. I don't know. Help me here. But yes, so after that happened, I have to be honest with you. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I did shed a few tears. I thought it was a little bit sad. Well, a lot sad. It reminded me of my grandmother passing, as I said, so I did shed a few tears about it, and I was actually watching an interview with Piers Morgan today on Sky News Australia, and he said that he was very sad about it. It was one of the saddest days of his life, and I completely agree with him. It's very sad. It's very shocking. And a bad thing that I heard also is that Harry arrived 15 minutes after his grandmother passed away, so he wasn't able to be there to say his last goodbyes. So that is unfortunate. However you may feel about Harry, he still had feelings for his grandmother and cared about her, so I'm sure he wanted to be there in her final moments. But so, today Charles gave his first speech as king, and I was watching live as he arrived at Buckingham Palace today with Queen Camilla. Did you see them? They got out, he greeted the crowds, shook hands, so did Camilla. They did a walkabout, as they say. The flowers gathered against the palace gates, and they had the overhead view. I noticed there were a lot of flowers, but my goodness, I marked in my mind that it was not as many as when Diana passed away. I guess that was such a more shocking death. But the funeral is going to be a 10-day event, and they're expecting the main service to be next weekend and to be broadcast globally, of course. I'm sure 1 billion people will be watching. But today, in Charles's speech, as the new sovereign is supposed to do, as they've been doing for time immemorial, he went to St. James's Palace and was declared king officially. But, he did become king the moment his mother expired. So, in his speech today, for the first several minutes, he did go on about his mother, what a great example she set, and that's very true, and how she had given that speech when she was 21 about dedicating her whole life to service, whether it be long or short, and she certainly did that. She fulfilled that promise kept, I would say. But he also mentioned, and this is something I know that people were wondering about, is when he becomes king, the issues that he believes in, because the monarch isn't supposed to be political or express any views. That's what people got upset with Meghan about, is she was expressing her views. But would Charles do that? Would he give up all of that? Well, today in the speech, I did hear him say that he was setting aside the charities and issues that he felt passionately about to let other people take over. Trusted hands were the words that he used. And he also said that the Church of England, as you all know now that he's the monarch, he's the head of the Church of England, he said that he's devoting his himself to the Church of England, which he has so much faith in, and he said he will devote as much time as God gives to him to the service of his country, which I thought was wonderful. He's devoting his life to service. He's trying to be a good monarch. He's trying to step into the shoes that his mother left to fill, but those are big shoes to fill. And hopefully he's going to do a good job. I wish him the best. I hope you all do too. Oh, I forgot to mention, last night I was watching coverage of outside Buckingham Palace yesterday evening, and they were singing the crowd's God Save the King, and it brought tears to my eyes, everybody. It reminded me of 3 months ago in June when they were celebrating the Platinum Jubilee in the same place in front of the palace, and all those crowds were out there cheering, and all the Union Jacks flying, and everything was so happy and festive. The Queen came out onto the balcony a few times with the family, and then at the end by herself with her cousin. Can't remember his name now. Yeah, such a happy time. And then yesterday, the crowds were there saying, God Save the King, because she had passed away. That really touched me. I felt a certain way about it. But going back to the speech, and as you see, this is a picture of him giving it today. He had a picture of his mother beside him. After he talked about his mother and paid tribute to her, the next few minutes of his speech were talking about William and Kate. Now, this is the good news that comes out of today, I have to say, besides Charles being the new monarch. He said, well, he talked about William and Kate for several minutes. He said their devotion to duty, etc., etc. I mean, it was just praising them. He said that he was creating William and Kate, Prince and Princess of Wales. Now, that is exciting because Kate is the first person to hold the title Princess of Wales since her late mother-in-law, Princess Diana. So, that's something, isn't it? That's great news for her. And I was thinking to myself, I bet Meghan is just seething with that news. And as Piers Morgan said in his interview today with Sky News, I hate to even bring Harry and Meghan's, or not Harry, he just said Meghan's name into a daylight today, but you have to sometimes. So, anyway, he said that about Kate and William, made them Prince and Princess of Wales. Great, fantastic. So, at the end of that, I was wondering, is he going to say anything about Harry and Meghan? Because yesterday on the news coverage I was watching, everyone was saying he has to make everyone know that he's going to be there for the country, to bring the country together, but also his family with the feud that's going on between William and Harry. So I wondered, would he even mention Harry? And yes, he did. He said one line about Harry and Meghan after 3 minutes of praising Kate and William and promoting them to Prince and Princess of Wales. What did he say about Harry and Meghan? He said, and I love, or what did he say? He said, and I send my love to Harry and Meghan, who were going on with their new life in another country. And that is literally all he said about them, like 10 words. After 3 minutes on William and Kate, like 10 words on Harry and Meghan. No new titles for them, no nothing. Just, he wishes them their love. You know something? That reminds me of a story I want to tell you all. I'll make it quick. I know I'll get to it, okay? So, my great aunt passed away a while ago, and she had some nieces and nephews, her brother's children, who did the family wrong. I won't say exactly what they did, but they did her very wrong. And in her will, she said, I want them to have nothing, but I do wish them my love. And what they did was dirty, I tell you what. But, yeah, that's exactly what she said, and it reminded me of what Charles said today. I wish Harry and Meghan my love, starting their life in another country. So, yeah, nothing new for them, no titles, no nothing. But, you know, I was thinking to myself, I'm sure a lot of doors are going to open, well, like a lot of doors weren't open to her already. But any doors that weren't open to her already, I'm sure will come open now that she's the daughter-in-law of the King of England, right? I'm sure this is the moment she's been waiting for. But I'm sure she's absolutely seething that Kate is the Princess of Wales, Diana's title. what can you do? She's going to milk this for every penny it's worth, just like she's rode those royal titles to several $1 million, tens of $1 million in the bank from Netflix, Spotify, and whatever else she can get her grubby hands on via her connections from Oprah, Beyonce, Hillary, Michelle, and whoever else I don't want to say, but you know, the alleged pizza shop workers, right, guys? But anyway, we won't bring that up. But anyway, I just want to say, God save the king. We wish Charles the best. It's the start of a brand new day, the end of the second Elizabethan era, as the Prime Minister of the UK, Liz Truss, said yesterday. You guys, wish him the best and say a prayer for him, and leave comments below. Let me know what you think about everything, how you're feeling. I would love to read them. And you guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Okay? Well, have a great evening, everybody, and a good weekend. Bye-bye.